Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the eSports Report. Roster Mania continues live. And we got a new special guest. We just had Replays on. Replays, such a good guy, man.
I just felt so sorry for. I want to give him a hug, man. Replays is a really good friend of mine. Like, you know, we joke around. I played a lot of GBs with him. Like, every time I go to an event, I see Replays. He's always a guy I want to hang around with.
Yeah.
I like what's just happened to him is just like, honestly,
It sucks.
That just should never happen.
It sucks. Well, we have a former teammate of Replays on the line right now. Mr. Theory is here. Theory, what are your thoughts, man? Denial, dropping your former VVV teammate. Did you see this one coming?
No. I had no idea this was coming at all. Honestly, there was a rumor that it was going to be Aches and TP joining Denial before, but I thought that was going to be for Saints.
Okay.
For reasons I don't want to say.
Ooh.
But,
Intel.
Because you thought Saints was going elsewhere?
yeah, we could say that.
Okay.
I think I
lack
know
of
what you're
going
talking about,
elsewhere.
Dylan.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I think I know.
Yeah, you know what you're talking about.
You know
So-
what you're talking about, man.
I know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
That's interesting that you thought that would be their combination because I just don't think Aches and TP would join Denial.
Yeah, it's just
As the Denial squad stands right now.
I didn't think Aches and TP would play together anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I thought they were done. It seemed like towards the end of Ghost, they were going their separate ways. You didn't
Right.
see a whole lot of Twitter interaction, but I guess that's kind of always been the relationship between those two.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
kind of back and forth. But Theory, give us your take on everything that's happened because today has been a crazy day. First of all, we'll start with Optic Gaming.
Can we start with his team first?
You want to start with his team?
I want to start with your
All right,
team,
we'll start
Theory.
with his team.
Wanna
I
start
feel like
with my team?
he's laying low though, you know. Like,
Yeah, he's just chilling. So let's start with TK. First of all, get the elephant out of the room. Is TK making any moves after seeing the free agents available?
to my knowledge, no. But I mean, if any was to get dropped, it'd probably be me. So, hey,
Hey,
it'll be seen.
well, you're safe in my book for now. So far, Replay said that they matched up against you guys in a finals of a tournament, day one. You looked very strong taking the searches and the CTF. How has Looney fit onto this squad? What are the roles that you guys are seeing in the first 3 days of Advanced Warfare?
Oh, dude, Looney's fit amazing. I can't explain how well he's meshed together with this team. And honestly, like a lot of people said, like getting rid of Neslo, we lose our like vocal leader or whatever. I can honestly say Looney's taken that tenfold to the level. It's
Really?
honestly crazy. Yeah, I had no idea.
Looney's the vocal leader on TK
It's
right
not
now?
necessarily a vocal leader. Like we agree that like there's not really one vocal leader on a team. You got to have all four people communicating.
Right.
But Looney does make decisions and he makes calls and he makes good calls, damn good calls when it's tournaments. So hey,
I like it.
it's working
I like it
so
a lot.
far.
Well, you guys seem pretty set. But back to today.
Okay.
Back to today. Optic Gaming's team change. Crazy. Proof and Clay, two players who've just looked so good, announced free agency today. They've been released. What's your take on that?
I mean, after Gfinity, I think we all saw the change coming from Optic Gaming between whether or not it was going to be Clay or Proof or
Right.
both. Now, the thing that threw me off was the fact that they did the Red Bull camp for a month together. So I thought that grew their team together a lot more because if anybody knows, living together in a house specifically built to build your team chemistry, that changes the whole game for that team inside. So I didn't see the change coming again, especially with the fact that this game has been out for, 3 days? Nobody knows who's good, who's bad. Like, we don't know if the guns are going to get buffed. We don't even know the rules yet. So I don't know how the team changes can be made. But with that being said, the roster they want is really good. So I can't.
Are you with us? Are you
disrespect
assuming it's going to be Crim 6?
Yeah, I think everybody assumes it's going to be Crim 6. Whether or not he's out of contract.
Again,
By the way, this is the greatest troll of all time. If Optic accidentally let that slip on purpose.
Right, accidentally on
Yeah.
purpose.
I mean, like, I don't want Optic to get the same thing that Envy got. Like Hastro, he made the right decision by recalling that decision and saying, all right, Formal, you're gone because these dudes are still under contract and we want to compete at Columbus. So the only situation I see it is Optic has a spot reserved in the league with Nade and Scump. So they have their spot secured. Now, the question is, they can pick up Crim6 and wait. If EG were to hold his contract until, I think it's the end of December or the beginning of December, Optic Gaming could forego MLG Columbus and say, we're just not going to play there. and then pick up Crimsix for the season if they wanted to do that, if he's still under contract.
Wow.
So
That would be.
Say it again.
That'd be risky.
okay, say it again. Crimsix is under contract until December.
Yep.
Right.
To my knowledge.
Yeah.
I don't know like the exact dates or anything. But since Optic has Nate and Scump, they retained their season spot in the first season. So for that, they don't need to play at Columbus. Columbus is just an open event.
Ooh.
They don't need to play at Columbus to qualify for season 1. So technically, they could say we're not going to go to Columbus, or they could play with a fill-in if they wanted to, and say, all right, we're going to pick up Crim after this event.
And
Nobody
I'm
has
thinking
thought
about it
about
from
that.
the pro points. From the pro point standing, it doesn't really matter because you're
makes no
going to play
difference.
every team in the pro league. So they'll come in potentially with the 8th or the 9th or even the 12th seed, and it won't matter.
No one has thought of that.
Won't
That
matter.
is, you know, Theory. This is why.
That's why we bring them on.
That's why, Theory, right there. That's of course, it sounds so basic when you say it out loud, but I think a lot of people have forgotten about that. But then,
Optic has not gone to events in the past, too. That's something you got to look at as well. They have not gone to PAX twice, or was it once or twice?
what? Was
Like-
it once? Twice? Oh, it's twice.
And you know, I know these guys do not like to travel. Columbus is one of the closest tournaments that they'll find, but I would love to see Big Timer come in
Yeah.
and fill in for one event.
Just one.
If you're watching
Just
the
one big
show,
team.
Big Timer, please do us a favor. If Krim isn't
Please?
playing, you gotta pick up the controller
Just
and let
for
us
one.
just grace the camera.
Just once, dude.
I mean,
Just
he can run around with a troll weapon. I don't care.
I'll let him use the band of Kimbos or whatever.
Yeah, he
whatever
can use
won't be
whatever
legal.
he wants as long as he gets to play one event. That would be absolutely awesome. But then there's also talks about Big T potentially coming back permanently. I mean, Theory, do you see that as an option potentially?
Yeah, realistically,
No,
have you
not
seen
at
him
all.
on? Have you seen him in 8's lobbies? Does it look
No.
like Big Timer is taking it serious at this point?
I don't see that happening at all. I don't see EG sticking together at all. One, I think EG, the org, is sick of all the stuff they had to go through with that team. With the karma stuff going down. That I think EG just wants out of that. But they're going to hold their contracts true because they are a professional organization, and that's what you do.
Oh, hold on. Breaking news. Apparently, the Denial CEO on Twitter has just asked for Attach and Replays to rejoin the team.
Let me read it. It
You hit
was
it.
my mistake to release Denial Replays and Denial Attach. I hope they will come
Wow.
back and continue to play for the Wolfpack.
So,
Astro version 2.
yeah, V2.
Robbie.
What is going on with the team owners right now?
Robbie is backing it up.
All right, so, Theory, first question. If your replays are attached, you say yes.
Signing bonus.
No signing
said
bonus first.
No signing bonus?
No signing bonus.
I
Bear in mind, you just
No.
got dropped. In your mind, you know it was for X and TP. That contract is up, let's say, December 1st.
I'm saying, dude, I wouldn't want to join that team.
No?
Your one of your teammates got offered another team spot,
Yep.
right? He said no, and then went behind your back and tried to pick up 2 other people. And then a guy comes to you and says, "Here's a couple extra $100 to go team with this guy who just grimed you."
He just
No.
grimed you.
No, you say, because Replay said he would consider it. He
I
said.
think he would consider it for the talent level of the squad,
Right.
not because of the owner, because the owner scumbagged him, and so did his teammate. So at that point, you go back to the org and you say, "All right, how about us 3 find another person?"
Ooh. Dropping Saints, though?
Yo, Papa Zuma. What's up?
That's crazy
Hey,
right there.
what goes around comes around.
Well,
Oh, I like that.
well,
I like that a lot.
I know in the pro league, it's the orgs who keep the spot, not
It
the
is the
players.
orgs.
That's true. That's true. But from Attach's point of view, do you think he would be one to go back?
I
'Cause,
think it's
he
go back 100%.
Yeah, Attached is writing, well, I guess I have to join another shitty team. So he's already in the mindset, I
Right.
got dropped, I missed my big opportunity, now I have to climb the ladder once again. You give him that ladder rung back, and he's right
gonna
back
jump
on it.
Yeah, I think he's back on it because I don't think Attach wants to go back to Rise if that was an option, and I think Attach would rather be on a team with Zuma and Saints and Replays.
Okay.
Man,
And-
if I'm replays right now, and if I'm
beat it.
Attached, I go to Attached and I say, listen, we're not signing unless we get X. We were just kind of
It's-
screwed
I
over.
just don't
I want
understand.
it in my contract. This is a team that will stay together for the next X months. Otherwise, I'm compensated this way.
But how are people not learning? Like, in
Dude,
terms of
it's
team owners.
so young. You got to understand that all we're kids.
Right. I'm 28.
No, I'm talking about
You're
the team owners.
22.
No, I'm talking
We're
about the
talking
team
17
owners.
and 19.
No. Hastro did the same thing days ago. Dropped 2 of his players on the basis he could pick up other players, and then basically said, "Oh, I made a mistake." We're seeing exactly the same thing today. It's clear now. We've spoken to several people. EG aren't out of their contracts.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, in my mind now, I'm saying, all right, so who do Optic Gaming pick up as their 4th? Crim's out of the question at this point.
Well, they don't need to, is what we just discussed.
Yeah, but
I mean, at the same time, Denial could do the same thing that Optic could do with Aches and TP.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because they have the 2 players. That's very true. But they've decided that they don't want to wait that long, clearly, and
Yeah.
they want their players back.
I think TP's announcement that he hasn't decided that he would accept the offer to Denial made it the scariest thing.
Well, I mean, he said he doesn't know what he wants to do, period.
Right.
Full stop. Like, he hasn't decided at all.
Optic Nation TP, and before it happens.
Nah, I can't see it happening. They
I
already
think-
have bows.
I think Aches tried to make a play
Nah.
with Zuma and Saints. TP had no knowledge of it, and then
But then, if
now
you're
it's a
TP,
shit show.
knowing that Aches has just done that, and you had no idea, and he'd included you in that conversation, what are your thoughts on that? Like, do you as TP say, I still want to team with this guy, or do you say, I want to become a free agent myself now?
But at the same time, we don't know if TP's talked to anybody, honestly.
Right.
Like, who is...
He's on West Coast time,
Yeah,
man. He's
still
still
TP.
napping.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm assuming here Aches spoke to Zuma by himself and said, hey, we'll both come. And Aches and TP didn't have that conversation because judging by TP's tweets, he had no clue what was going on.
Oh, yeah, I don't think TP had an idea of what was going on. What I'm saying is that I don't think TP was talking to any other teams in general anyways, so
Right.
I don't think he had any knowledge. I think TP would rather be on Denial than no team if Aches wasn't to drag him along. I mean...
I agree. Everything, again, all coming down to the EG situation and whatnot. But that ties in 5 players unable to play until that contract. So I think the date is December 1st. You had a smile on your face. What did you see?
Yeah, I got to see if it's ready. I know there was an announcement about today's GB tournament. By the way, is TK playing in this theory?
I already asked him.
Yeah.
They are. I tried to
Good
poach
man.
him. I tried to poach him onto the dream team.
Do you want to leave your team and join the dream team? Replays, Puckett, Benson, and Theory. It's the greatest
I'm
God
just
squad
saying,
ever.
that sounds like it
comes
could be
with
the
the
best one.
signing bonus of a
don't
bag
know.
of Cheetos and an MLG T-shirt.
Me and Replays have done some great things together.
I've
Exactly.
seen it.
See?
I've commentated it.
I think you should bring
man.
back the duo.
It might. I don't know, dude. We just won the 4v4 2 days ago, so I don't know if I could do that to my squad.
Well, we have
It is Roster Mania, by the way.
we have the announcement up.
We do?
I believe. FYI, this is one of the teams signed up for 3 p.m. today. MLG tweeted it out. It is a picture from our Game Battles website. It says the team name, The New Envy. You ready for the roster?
Hit me with it.
JCap, Merc, Nameless, and
Gotta be Clay.
Proofy.
Is it Proofy?
No, it's Clayster.
It's Clayster.
It is Clayster on the squad. So is this official? Deals, of course, this is day 1. Clayster getting removed, but it's not the first time that we've seen Optic and Envy made some moves.
Right.
Some transactions with their players. Remember, Scumpy went to Envy for a week?
Yeah. Ship back. Yep.
But that was a deal that was kind of made amongst the managers. And then later we saw Proofy joining the Optic squad.
Theory, do you think that team would work?
With Clayster?
Yeah.
Hell yes. Sorry, I'm not Proofy.
You're not Theory.
I'm not
I
Theory at all.
want the pro players in sight.
All right. I think it would. I think it would work. I think the number one problem people are having with this game right now is the fact that everybody thinks it's Black Ops 2. Oh. And it's not.
In what way? How do you mean?
In like a gameplay sort of fashion, like they think like Hardpoint's gonna be like 1 anchor and 3 sub players or whatever running into hills, or like it was in Black Ops 2. You had the 1
Right.
anchor and then you had the 3 players who either play through hills, rotate, or whatever. That's not how this game works at all. You gotta have a person. Anybody on your team needs to be able to rotate at any time. Needs to be able to hold an anchor spot. Needs to be able to get in a hill. Needs to be able to push out a cut, push out a hill. Like that's where I think everybody's too one-sided on this. Like our team doesn't focus on one person coming to get, like one person saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go back to the spawn.
Right.
I'm gonna get in the hill. I'm gonna sit here and get this cut. I'm gonna sit here and get this cut." That's not how a team works. That's not how this game works. And that's why I think players look at it too simple. As they're like, "Oh, we need an anchor, an objective player, a support slayer, whatever." No, you need 4 people who can kill stuff, communicate, and get on a flag, get on a hill, and do whatever.
Everyone got to do equal share. So with that said, you think this Envy team would work?
I think it would work definitely because I think Clayster is a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's proven already very talented on Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for GB Live. later
Clay
on
yelled
today.
at me when I was at the Optic Plays. We did a little warm-up game.
Really?
He's like, Puckett, get on the fly. He's a competitor, man.
Oh, he
I
is.
think
He
any
doesn't like
any team that picks up Clay is going to be fighting for a title. He wouldn't be on the team
But then-
if he didn't think they could go get it.
My question to you then, Theory, is where do you see Proofy going?
I have no
Nation.
idea, man. I gotta say Nation at this
Yeah.
point because him and Bose are just
Good friends.
yeah, they're really good friends. I don't know about him and Ricky's relationship, but him and Bose are really good friends, so I could see that happening.
So
Ricky's too nice of a guy to hold grudges
you
against
can- you
anyone, and I
know,
don't
yeah,
think
you're
you
right.
could really get upset at Ricky for anything.
Yeah, you can't. So let's assume Proofy does that. Who's the fourth for Optic Nation?
I'd say Study.
Oh, that would be a good team.
Study, I don't know if you played against him, Theory. We had a small sample watching him play in a tournament 2 days ago. He was the fourth for Envy. He was leading that Envy squad in almost every game in terms of KD.
Yeah, we didn't play. It wasn't necessarily the Envy squad with Study. It was like Nameless, JCap, Study, and Spacely. We beat them in the tournament, and then we played, whatever. We played Denial in the finals and beat them.
How good is Spacely in this game so far, and do you see Most Wanted sticking together?
That's a unique situation right there. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter or announced
Yeah.
that, but the
Curse and
Curse
Most Wanted
merging with Most Wanted. Now the question is, Curse wants the team to be, to my knowledge, the team to be Mochilla, Enable, Classic, and Slacked, which leaves Spacely and Huddle out in the dry because I think Huddle was considering quitting to play hockey.
Really?
He's a big hockey player.
Okay.
That's just my point of view. I'm not saying that any of this is like 100%.
Right.
And then I believe it was Spacely to Impact. As he tweeted Parasite earlier, you know,
Yeah.
as a spot open or whatever. So I could definitely see those two things happening, but I talked to Classic earlier and he said he wants his team to stick together. He wants the original team to stick together.
I don't see
And
that
they
as
should.
an option. I just don't see that as an option right now with the way Curse coming together. They're
Dude.
not dropping Enable.
Yes, you are. What has Enable
gonna
done
drop-
under your brand?
Dude, 100% you
I
don't
love
drop
Enable. He's the
No
Halo
way.
pro that
On
made the
this game-
transition
On
first.
this
Dude,
game,
all right.
100% you
Enable
don't drop
and
Enable.
Moch are already in the Curse team house.
Does that too.
They're already in the Curse team house. I don't see any
Most
way
Wanted
Curse-
showed
Curse
that you don't
wouldn't-
need a house.
Curse wouldn't go
Curse
to Most Wanted in the first place unless, because that's the offer. The offer clearly is, hey, we have the team house. We'll take 50% of our team. You bring 50% of your team over. Bang.
How is that
For the
the
league
offer?
spot.
Or is it the organization saying, hey, I'm going to buy your league spot. Your team is now my
Yeah.
team. We're going to change the name.
It was Curse saying, "Here's money for the league spot.
Right.
We have 2 players on this team that we want in the league.
Exactly.
They're on our
not,
team.
Mochilla and Enable are not getting dropped.
There's no-
100.
I'll bet a
I will-
5.
I bet you 10.
Oh, we just doubled up
There
on.
you go. Double or nothing. Right there. Double and up. But
Alright.
I believe it's official. Is it official now?
Let's
the
read it here.
replays?
This is a twit longer from Zuma. I'm told that there was something from the Denial CEO as well, but let's read Zuma's twit longer. After talking it over with Robbie, the CEO, and Saints, we knew that we jumped the gun and made a mistake with team changes. We dropped replays and attached thinking about a few other options. But after making the change, we realized that Denial has grown so much this past year and that our team currently how it was should not have broke up. Chris, aka Replays, is one of the smartest players in the game, and Dylan, aka Attach, is an upcoming amazing player and needs that shot that no one ever gave me in the past until Denial. I know how he feels. The potential on this team is crazy, and after talking to Chris and Dylan, we worked things out, and we are going to continue to grind. Not sure what went through our heads dropping 2 amazing players, but so happy and relieved to have them back because all these changes were killing me. And no, with 5 O's, EG contracts were involved in the decision. So no EG contracts were involved in their decision. If you don't believe me, then you'll have to find out soon enough that EG contracts weren't an issue. Hope you guys understand and happy to be back with the homies. Thank you for everyone who has supported us. Guys, if you're in Replays and Attaches situation next time, get a contract. Get a contract before you accept the
Well,
offer.
I think they're
100%.
in a contract. They could be under contract because they are salaried. The Denial team is salaried, to my knowledge. But
Wow.
I think the contract's more favored towards the org, so the org can just say cut ties whenever.
Right.
It's not necessarily the players went to the org and said, all right, if you guys wrongfully drop me or terminate my contract or whatever, then I get paid this amount of money.
Yeah, well, I would say I need a new contract or a revision or an amendment that says I'm on this team for the next 3 to 6 months. And a signing bonus. Might be Chipotle. I'll take it. All right, Theory, we got to throw it to commercial break. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Any final thoughts before we let you go? Apparently, Burns has a team announcement for when we return.
Give us the intel, Theory. What do you know? Come on.
Yeah, what do you know?
First of all, I want to say this. To everyone saying that my room is messy, I'm moving in 10 days. It's messy.
Where are you going?
We'll let you have that.
I'm moving to a new apartment.
Okay.
But
all right, but now the actual intel.
okay, now that that's out, what do you want to know?
Give us anything. Give us something.
Final thoughts before we
Okay.
kick you off. And then
Final
invite
thoughts
you back.
before you kick me off. Okay, so Optic Gaming, Nade, Scump, Formal, Crim. Good team. That's a good team. Envy, I think Envy picks up Clayster just because Clayster's a Slayer, and I think they won't pick up Proofy because we've all seen how Cap and Proofy play together in the past, and it just didn't work out for some reason, except for COD champs. I don't know why. I don't know. Denial's back together, so that squad's together. I honestly have no idea. Now you got left is Impact. We don't know who they're going to pick up. You got to check out the MW situation with Curse.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know where EG goes because you got Crim going to Optic. And then I don't know where Aches and TP are going now. And then
Could
Karma.
we see a little bit of leverage come back? Maybe. Proofy?
Maybe.
With Aches and TP?
a final boss.
That could
Shit, that's a strong Optic Nation squad, but I don't think you'll ever see Eggs in an Optic jersey.
Nah,
Why
you
would it
don't
have to be Optic though?
think so.
They could play through open.
No, yeah, easily. EG's bound to play through open now. If you
I'm
could
just
throw-
saying, bring back
True.
a little bit of leverage. I
True.
don't think they'll get skumped. They won't get the full deal, but they'll get 3/4 of it, and that could be dominant.
Yeah, well, these guys are looking for an org. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. We should start our own org.
If I had money, I would totally pay other people to play video games in the tournament that I would then cast. No conflict of interest there at all.
None whatsoever.
Theory, thank you so much for joining us today. We have one more announcement before the 3 p.m. GB Live tournament, guys. You're running out of time. If you want to play hardpoint with the bow restricted, trying out some new weapon variation, make sure you sign up right now on GameBattles.com. We're going to commercial. Theory, where can we find you?
Twitter.com/TheoryTK, Theory_TK, sorry. And MLG.TV/Theory.
He's good.
Find me there.
We'll be right back, guys.